Hey, this is Chris. Welcome back to Chris's Dip Review, and I have another tobacco alternative review for you guys today. And today's review is going to be on Chief Stix. And before I get started on the actual review, I got a little pamphlet to show you guys. This is just their little brochure that they sent me. I'm not sure if this comes with all of them, but just real quickly, if you guys are interested in this, you can go ahead and pause the video, but it just discusses the benefits of CBD, such as it's a known anti-inflammatory, a known antidepressant, antipsychotic, anti-anxiety, discusses the different products and quantities which they sell, the light and regular. So now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the actual review. So these are Chief Stix right here. They come in a little 10-pack. They come in a little 2-pack as well, but I have actually smoked through these. I got a little bit of background on them now, and I'm not just going into this review totally blind. So taking a look at the pack here, it's a real neat pack design. They're doing a real good job replicating the cigarette packs, which in this case is good because they have marketed this as something to help people quit smoking. So we're gonna want to kind of replicate the cigarettes as best as we can here. And I am no longer a smoker, so I don't want to smoke a cigarette, but we're doing this for the sake of the review. So it has the little warning label on here, says for ages 21 and older, 10 hemp smokes. And then on the back here it says a roll of hemp, an infusion of tranquility, a lightness of being. All of that 10 times over in one pack. 0% nicotine, 0% tobacco, 100% organic hemp flower, lab tested for your safety. So I have the little lab reports here, and these do contain 60 milligrams of CBD per smoke. Let's see if we can get that to focus there for you guys. Anywho, you get the idea. One of the other things I really liked here, made in the USA. I only want to smoke American grown hemp, none of that other crap. So give you a little look at the pack design on here. We're going to go ahead and give it a 9 out of 10. The only thing that's keeping this from being a 10 out of 10 is they don't have the little pull tab on here. Now I managed to get my nail in there and get a little hole on this already, so it'll be easy to open, but otherwise you kind of need a pocket knife to open the cellophane on here. So Chief Stix, the one thing I would suggest for your pack, I mean, you have an outstanding pack design. I really like the little little ribbon here and the Native American chief. I think that's really bitchin'. And it goes along, of course, with the name Chief Stix. But once again, there's no pull tab. It just kind of has the cellophane wrapped around it. So let's go ahead and pull this cellophane off here and take a look at one of the actual cigarettes. Or smokes, as they like to call them. Stix. Whatever you want to call them. So we got 10 of the little sticks in here. They have a biodegradable filter. Let's go ahead and give you guys a close-up look on that. Yeah, as you guys can see, there's a little bit of loose hemp in there, but it's a brown. It's different than a cigarette filter. It's not like that cigarette fiberglass filter. These are a little different. So let's go ahead and pull one of these out. Go ahead and set this pack down. And as I mentioned before, these do contain quite a bit of CBD, 60 milligrams per stick. And the watermark on these is lengthwise. It's interesting. Usually it goes around circular, like the shape of the band, but on these particular smokes, or sticks, there you go. You guys can just see it a little bit there. You guys see that? Interesting. Never seen that before. It has a really neat little feather on the filter, couple little feathers, kind of like the Native American headdress, whatever they call it. So let's go ahead and take a smell. Okay, not a whole lot of smell. I get a very light, earthy, not oregano smell. It's almost like a kind of herb smell, but not like a marijuana herb smell or like a cooking herb, but maybe like some sage, kind of like just you would smell when you're out in the forest, out in the woods. Let's take a dry pop here and see what kind of flavor it puts off. Okay. Again, not getting a whole lot of flavor. It's tasting pretty neutral. Yeah, so let's go ahead and fire this up and see if I can get a little better taste on it. Okay, right off the bat, I don't get any blast, that offensive printer paper taste, which is very nice. A lot of times with these hemp cigarettes or even lower end cigarettes, you get that really gnarly blast of like printer paper right when you fire it up. Not getting that at all. So let's go ahead and pull this smoke into my mouth and check the body for you guys. So it has a nice body. It's not overpowering. It's not all yellow and, you know, just gnarly like some of those cheaper cigars get. But it's not like super weak and overly airy. So it has a nice body overall. Let's go ahead and take a nice drag off this, see how it goes down, see if we get any pins and needles. Okay, goes down really smooth. I'm not tasting any nasty chemical flavors off of it. The one thing that a lot of people were mentioning on the review for those wild hempettes is that they did have like a chemical sprayed on them or some sort of chemical additive to them. One thing I can assure you with these Chief Stix is that they are 100% clean. They have a chemical test online, and right here is your lab test. And once again, you guys can pause the video. I don't want to hold it up here for too long, but as you can see, 0.1% THC, which is below 0.3 or 0.30%, which classifies this legally as hemp. 9.15% CBD, which is a lot of CBD. And so you guys can see all of our cannabinoid reports right there. Like I said, you guys can pause it or check it out on their website, chiefstix.com. The one thing I've noticed is these do burn kind of fast. I didn't pack them down at all. I'm not sure if you're supposed to. I just smoke them as is because sometimes if you pack them, they get too tight and then you can't get the airflow and you can't smoke them. I'm going to go ahead and take a drag off this and blow it out of my nostrils and see what kind of aroma it puts off. Oop, ashed the end of this cigarette off. Try that one more time. No pins and needles down deep. And again, the flavor is very neutral. Excuse me, it is natural, but it's also very neutral. This doesn't put off like an offensive or bitter odor. A lot of times, like whenever I personally would smoke a cigarette, I'd always get this really gummy, disgusting flavor. I don't know if it was the tobacco or the additives. Marlboros were the absolute worst, in my opinion, for that like gummy, kind of chemical, bitter. I don't even know how to explain. If you've ever smoked a cigarette, maybe you know what I'm talking about. But these don't have that flavor whatsoever. Just very nice, very neutral. Really good taste overall. Now again, kind of flick the end of it off because I'm a kind of a hard asher. I'm more of a cigar smoker, but it is staying lit. As I mentioned before, these do burn kind of fast. But maybe I just need to kind of pack them down. So I'm going to go ahead and fire up another one of these while I jump into the actual review portion of the video. Now I am a pretty experienced CBD, not user, but you know, taker of CBD per se. I am used to my cannabinoids, so this 120 milligrams of CBD, I know that's going to be a lot to some people, especially if you're not used to the CBD. So, like I said, I'm an experienced pro. Just kidding, but I'm packing her down just a little bit. Sorry about the noise. I'm not sure if it really packed it down much at all, but give you guys a little look at the greenery inside there. So, let's hop into the actual review while I fire this up. So, pack design gets a 9 out of 10. Flavor, taste, and aroma, it gets a 10 out of 10. I think that it has a really nice flavor. It's kind of hard to describe because it's a very mild, very neutral flavor. It doesn't have like some very off-putting, like you would expect, like kind of CBD, like stems and seed or shake type of flavor. It doesn't have that at all, and I really kind of did expect that because anytime I've smoked hemp, it's just tasted like Reggie, to be honest with you, or like really just low-grade marijuana, like shake or stems and seeds. This just tastes pretty neutral, and it tastes really good. It doesn't have like a marijuana flavor. It doesn't taste green whatsoever. I was smoking these with a buddy, and he mentioned that it does kind of smell like you're smoking a joint. It has that kind of green smell to it. But as far as the flavor, it doesn't taste anything like that at all to me. It doesn't taste like tobacco either. Like I said, it's just a very pleasant, neutral taste, kind of like a sweet, earthy taste. It's like a very clean, I don't want to say cigar or cigarette, but it's like the very clean, classy cigarettes where it has just a very mild, neutral taste. So overall, I could definitely smoke these again. I could pretty much smoke these whenever. These are definitely great for anybody who's looking to switch over from tobacco cigarettes, or maybe just do, like, say, a 50-50 and titrate yourself off. Some of the other pros are that this is, in fact, lab tested. It's clean and professional packaging, and absolutely outstanding customer service. I just want to give a huge shout out to Angie and the whole team over at Chief Stix. They replied all the way from 5 o'clock in the morning till 9:30 at night. They overnighted these Chief Stix to me. Again, I just can't stress how great their customer service is. Now we're going to hop into two of the negatives here. I keep it real here. We do unbiased reviews. The first con I would say is, as I mentioned before, they do burn relatively fast. Now, not super fast, and I haven't been smoking cigarettes for quite a few years now, so maybe it's just me. Maybe they don't burn that fast. But to me, it seems like they burn kind of fast. Maybe they just need to be packed. Now, the second other down point is the price. These are relatively pricey, and for a 2-pack, it would normally cost you $4.99, and a 10-pack would normally cost you $24.99. The one major thing that I will say with this, though, is quality over quantity. What you are paying for is the quality, the American 100% organic hemp flower. There's no seeds, there's no stick, there's no chemicals, there's none of that crap. Now, I know I mentioned a name earlier, but I'm not going to mention any names. Many of the hemp cigarettes, as well as, of course, cigarettes, everybody knows that, but many of the new hemp cigarettes, which are kind of the new trend, contain additives, contain chemicals, seeds, shake, stem, whatever the case. You're paying for the quality with the Chief Stix. Now, the one thing that I'm going to mention before we go ahead and close this video up is for you guys, I got a 20% off coupon with promo code ChiefStix. So if any of you are interested in trying these, that brings the total cost down to $20 even for a 10-pack, $4 even for a 2-pack, plus shipping and tax, which brings it, in my area, in my case at least, to about $3 extra, $4 extra for just standard postal shipping. So again, overall, Chief Stix, get an excellent review by me. If you see these around in your local gas station, smoke shop, head shop, whatever it may be, I would definitely recommend picking up a pack and trying them out if you are looking to maybe cut back or quit smoking cannabis, or maybe cut back or quit smoking cigarettes. So thanks for watching this review. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day, y'all.